What's up, everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of As Told by Gonzo. And yes, it is that time of the week, Monday. Sorry, this isn't a underrated Monday. I feel like I've been saying that the past couple of weeks, but no, next week it is going to be an underrated Monday. I can even give you a hint on what I'm going to be talking about. There is a bomb on your bus. That's probably the worst Keanu Reeves interpretation ever. But yeah, that's the hint that I'm going to be talking about next week. But today we're going to be talking about a movie that's very special to me. It's a movie that I watch every Christmas, and it is around the holidays. 25 years from today's date, November 16th, this movie was released in theaters. It is, of course, Home Alone. This was released back in November 16th of 1990, so yeah, 25 years from today. It's directed by Chris Columbus, stars Macaulay Culkin, John Hurd, Daniel Stern, Catherine O'Hara, Joe Pesci, and of course, John Candy, who plays Gus, the polka singer. If you don't know what the movie is about, Macaulay Culkin plays Kevin McAllister. He's a little brat little kid. His parents and his family go off to Paris for this holiday trip and accidentally leave him behind. Also, you have Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci's characters. They are burglars that are committing burglaries all around the town, and they end up coming to Kevin's house. The best way to explain Home Alone is it's like a modern child version of A Christmas Carol. There's a lot of references throughout the movie about the movie A Christmas Carol, so I think that's definitely what they were going for. This is written by John Hughes, one of his later movies. This is after he did, Uncle Buck, The Breakfast Club. Little known fact, a few facts about the movie. After John Hughes directed Uncle Buck, he really liked Macaulay Culkin, so he decided to write a movie for him, which is Home Alone. This movie also did really well in the box office. It was in the #1 spot until February of the next year. But at the time, Home Alone was a really big deal. And honestly, it still really holds up today. There's a lot of slapstick comedy and a lot of the Three Stooges kind of stuff. A lot of slapstick comedy, which is enjoyable. This is a movie that's really different from anything John Hughes had written before this. A lot of his movies before this were kind of coming of age, about teens. But I think the more and more I watch it, the more I enjoy it and respect it as a film. And I think it was very overlooked when it first came out. And it's really easy to be like, oh, okay, this is your typical John Hughes movie, or this is your typical family movie. But, the more and more you watch it, there's more layers, and layers. This did span off a sequel. Originally, this was supposed to be 3 movies. It was 2. Macaulay Culkin did star in the second one, but he unfortunately dropped out of acting around 94, 95 after, I believe Richie Rich was his last movie he did. To be honest, I don't think this movie could be made today. I think it would be too hard, especially with a bunch of technology that there is. There's cell phones, there's emails, there's texting, there's computer, there's Wi-Fi everywhere. Overall, this movie is a very special movie. I've watched it since I was a kid. I remember being around 8 or 7 years old when I first seen it. I really enjoy this movie for so many reasons. It's just funny. It's just so many emotions go through me when I watch this movie. I'm laughing, I'm scared, and I'm tears of joy come out at the end. It's just really overall great movie. I even got a sweater that says Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. One of my favorite sweaters to wear during the holidays. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoy it. And yes, I promise I will be back. Well, I'm always back every Monday, but next week will be an underrated Monday. So I promise I will bring you that. And lastly, just wanted to say my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that was affected by the terrorist attacks on Paris this last Friday the 13th. Once again, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all the comments. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next week for an underrated movie video, I promise. See you guys later.